All right. Hey, Bill, I'll keep this short, but my wife of 3 years cheated on me back in July. Oh, Jesus. Well, she did it 3 years in. Please don't have any kids. Please don't have any kids. Please don't have any kids. After telling her that I wanted to work things out, she left me for another dude in November. Not even the dude she cheated on me with. Oh, man. Yeah, that's one of those deals where you still loved her, and she just hit you with a giant bucket of water, and you were in shock. So you tried to work it out. Anyways, he said, I was friends with this girl since high school, as was her... Wait a minute. I was friends with this girl since high school, as was with her... Oh, and was with her. You wrote as. And was with her for a total of 6 years, and she broke off our marriage via text. Anyways, I'm 30 years old, in great shape, live on my own, have been on a dating website for a couple months, and I've yet to go out on a date with anyone because I secretly think all these girls just like getting guys to look at their online profiles but never want to go out on a date. My question is, should I continue to try and find someone through online dating or somewhere else? I've only been with 2 girls my entire life. I want to take your advice and get it out of my system for a bit before I settle down with someone else. Yeah, dude, why don't you, first of all, you're only 30 years old, which is really young nowadays. Why don't you give yourself a little bit of time to heal from what the hell you just went through before you jump into something else? Learn a little bit about yourself. Figure out what you're looking for and what you want. What's a deal breaker? What is something that you want, you're looking for? And then I would go into a relationship like that. Online dating, I think, is great. I mean, if I was a young guy, I would do that in a second. I mean, that's just like all of a sudden you become like the Bill Belichick of pussy. It's like you got your own draft. It's like you're looking at the fucking the NFL Combine. But instead of seeing their vertical leap, you're looking at like their titties. I don't know what you do on the thing, but look, it could have been a lot worse. She could have done it like when you were 40 and you already had a couple of kids, then you'd have to pay for a cheating ass too. I think the fact that you guys were young when you got married, I don't think she knows how to break up with somebody. She probably deliberately sabotaged the relationship, and the fact that she sent a text, she doesn't like confrontation. She's still very immature. So what are you going to do? But whatever, she's in the rearview mirror. I would, the best revenge is living a great life. So take some time. Go travel. Go fucking, I don't know, do something. Learn how to fly a helicopter or ride a motorcycle. Go to Europe. Go to a Super Bowl. Blow some cash. Just do something for yourself. Figure out what you want to do. And just tell women you're not ready to get into something until you are. That's it. Be totally 100% honest. How come you didn't call me back? I thought you had a good time. I had a great time, but I didn't feel that feeling like you were the one. I'm sorry. Bing, bang, boom. Real fucking quick. And, the second you're honest like that, that's when you'll eventually find the person you're supposed to be with. When you keep lying to people because you don't want to hurt their feelings, you just end up hurting yourself. So sorry you went through that. But you know what, dude? It's your time right now, so enjoy yourself. All right. Dearest Bill, ex-girlfriend won't X. What does that mean? Won't exit? I need some advice on how to handle a crazed woman. Oh, Jesus. I don't know, dude. This is rough. A crazed woman. I'm 18 and have joined the Marine Corps, and I leave for basic in a few months. Well, Jesus, there's a great out. There's a way to get out of a relationship. I'd love to keep seeing you, but I joined the Marines. Yeah, sorry about that. I know, it's crazy. All right, see you. Anyways, he said, I've been dating this girl for about 6 months and dumped her because I feel like the last thing I need when I'm away is a relationship with someone who I will never see. Exactly. The girl has constantly been blowing up my phone for the past couple of weeks. I thought she would calm down over time, but it seems to be getting worse. I started to get really concerned when I arrived home the other day, and she was at my house talking to my mother, who thinks this girl is the greatest thing that ever happened to me. How can I get this girl out of my life? Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Love the podcast. Go fuck yourself. All right. Well, this is how you get her out of your life. You just don't answer any of her calls. All right? And, if she shows up where you're at, just say, leave me alone. I don't want to talk. And just, eventually, I mean, you can't get blood from a stone. And I would immediately talk to your mother and say, listen, I know you love this girl, but I don't. This isn't going to be the mother of my kids, and she's stalking me, okay? So I need you to not talk to her. And then that's it. Start with that. And then after that, I don't know where you go after that. Stun gun? I don't know. Dude, you're going to the Marines soon, so it's going to be fucking over. When did you say? You leave for basic in a few months. Yes, tell your mother to stop talking to her. Just say she's fucking nuts. And, yeah, that shouldn't be that hard. I mean, she's just blowing up your phone. She's not peeing in the batter of the brownies that you then eat with your fucking best friend, right? Like last week. Anyways, new Pope. Hey, Boston Billy, love the podcast. Keep up the good work. Thank you. What do you make of all this news about the Pope retiring? Oh, Jesus. Personally, I'm not that religious and don't really care that much. Maybe if they elected a new Pope that was young, some young hot lady in her 20s, I would give a shit. What do you think, Bill? Is there more to the story that they're not telling us? Were his age and health issues the only reason he retired? Is the church covering anything up? Oh, come on, dude. Are they covering anything up? They fucking have been, a certain percentage of them have been covering up other fucking kids for a long time. During World War II, there was, they got in bed with the Nazis. I mean, it really is one of the worst organizations as far as some of the shit that they've done. But people are so wrapped into not pissing off the invisible guy and wanting to go to the happy place and get to eat marshmallows for the rest of your fall fucking eternity that they are actually, it's disturbing that people can still be part of that religion. You know what I mean? I don't understand how, the stuff that they've done. So, I would say, there's probably something going on. I don't know. Maybe he said something like, hey, maybe we should apologize for having that clam bake with Adolf Hitler. Should we maybe clear the air with that one? Hey, what do you say we actually don't help to pay for the lawyers of the people in our organization who put their dicks in the asses of kids? Maybe he said something like that. I have no idea. Anyways, he said, also, what are some of the ways that they could make the church more interesting? For example, maybe let broads become priests. I bet more people would pay attention. Or how about letting people sit in lazy boys instead of sitting and kneeling in those terrible rock-hard benches they call pews? I know, it's so dumb. The whole thing is to get you like you're not worthy. You're not worthy. You're not worthy. Get on your fucking knees. And it's all made up by human beings taking a guess and other adults because they get into it as kids. I don't know why. I actually know why, because I believe that there is like a spirituality, and I believe that you feel good when you do good things, and I just think that you can't corral that. Nobody owns it, and you can't put a fucking, like... I think that all churches should just be philosophies rather than this hardened way of looking at things. Just the amount of death that it has caused. I'm not saying anything fucking new. You guys know how I feel on this shit. Finally, how about we liven up the music a bit and add some newer sounds? Maybe a little guitar and drums. Well, what you need to do is go to a Baptist church. Go to a church where you don't see any white people going in there. That would be a good one to start with. And I bet you're amazing. You'll hear people who actually in those churches probably sing better than half the people who won Grammys that year. I mean, how many times have you seen some emaciated whore sticking her finger in her ear, trying to act like they know how to sing? And what's behind them all the fucking time? It's always like fucking 3 black chicks or 2 black chicks and some black dude. I mean, that's where the music is. That's where it's coming from. If that's what you want, just fucking go there. They're not going to give a shit, right? They may look at you weird, but after a while, once they see you feeling the music, you should be fine. You should be fine. The rest of the shit, I don't know. I think that they should maybe update the stories every once in a while. Maybe just make up some new shit. Just say, oh, you know what? God came back again, and the burning bush said, Let he who never illegally downloadeth the song, just something to fucking update it. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? I don't know. Update it. I guess, there are some of those new age. The new age ones are just as scary because then somehow somebody always ends up saying they're Jesus, and the next thing you know, you're surrounded by the FBI and there's tanks shooting flames at you. Or you're waiting for some aliens to come, and next thing you know, everybody's drinking some poison and you die in a fucking bunk bed. Or in the middle of the jungle with some sweaty fucking conga player, whatever the fucking that guy's name was. I think you're better is when it comes to spirituality and that type of shit. I think you're better off on your own. I think generally speaking, if you're not a psycho, you kind of know how to be a decent human being. I'm not saying that you always succeed in it. I certainly don't. But how the fuck do I put it? I would rather sit at a bar about 6-7 beers in and talk to somebody else who is in the same mind frame and talk about life than I would to actually go to a church and listen to some guy up there going, and then he did something, and he did something else. He did it for you. He died painfully. I hope you appreciate him. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You're not fucking worthy. We want you to remember this. You're a piece of shit. You better hope he's not mad at you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I mean, who the fuck wants to sit there through that? I mean, they're still telling stories about lepers. Can we fucking update it?